It's a soft landing place. Cub fans are not going to be angry about him pitching there. It's comfortable. He can be in California. It's nice and warm. You know, his old body will stay nice and loose because he's in the nice warm air. Good for Kyle Hendricks. And now people that were complaining about Kyle Hendricks can shut up. Just shut up and let him go pitch in California. And if the Cubs are smart, like Kevin said, take advantage of this opportunity. He should have been your 5th starter last year. All healthy, he should have been your 5th starter. And you should have used him like 4 innings at a time, and everything would have been fine. Now, go out and get a front line starter. Doesn't have to be a 1, doesn't have to be an ace, but you better get somebody that is better than Kyle Hendricks was as a 5th starter. Start to move the guys back. Move everybody back. If you're going to have a 5th starter, then it's got to be somebody like, at worst case scenario, your 5th starter should be Javier Assad next year. That's your worst case. You can't be counting on these guys to be 3, 4, and 5s. So hope that Imanaga's just as good. Hope that Steele's healthy. Hope that Tyone can do it again. But now add somebody to the mix that makes you wonder if he's better than all 3 of them or as good as all 3 of them. And now you got yourself a rotation. That's how we turn the Kyle Hendricks situation into something positive.
And I think that's exactly what they're thinking, right? They're looking at April and May of last year and how much a disaster that was with Hendricks on the mound. I mean, I'm looking at these numbers right now. It's loss, 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 loss. A couple of those are shutouts. They won 2 of Kyle Hendricks' starts in 2.5 months. Yeah. I mean that if you're looking at getting a guy who is even a hair better, a couple hairs better than that was right away. And again, this is not me bagging on Kyle Hendricks. I love Kyle Hendricks.
Sounds like you're bagging on Kyle Hendricks.
Not bagging on Kyle Hendricks. But
Bagger.
I toss me out of here. I'm looking at right now what Jed is looking at on paper, and you turn a couple of those losses to wins, and you're not giving up 7 earned runs, 8 earned runs every couple starts in a row. Yeah. You're in the playoffs. And I know that is, you know, there's so many things that change in a baseball season, and it's not just the 5th starter is the reason you didn't make the postseason, but I guarantee you that's something that they are really thinking about. So you can go out and get a guy like Max Fried. You know, that's the guy I want. No, I'm going to reveal my cards. That's the guy I want.
Sure. You just lost all your leverage.
I'd be a bad GM and just hey, come here. Come sign with us. That guy gets you turns a few of those 1-2 run losses into wins, and then turns a couple of those 9-3 losses. I'm looking at an 8-2 loss. Like, turns a couple of those losses into wins, and all of a sudden you're looking at you're in the dog days of August and September with a chance where you're maybe 2.5 out instead of 5.5 out. And Cody's sitting here like, man, we're still 5.5 out. We keep winning, but everybody else keeps winning too. You stay in it longer. You give yourself more chances to win. So good for Kyle, but I'm glad that the Cubs will take advantage of this opportunity, hopefully, to get a better pitcher for where they need to be at right now, where their roster is.
We all silly like the mayor.